Okay, so let's move on to another conversation that is more multifaceted. A conversation that we've been talking about for a long time, but now things seem to be narrowing down more every single day. I'm talking about the Super Eagles head coaching job. Of course, everybody that's watching or listening should be aware of the fact that the Super Eagles of Nigeria have been without a head coach since Finidi George stepped down from the role after only 2 games in charge. And the NFF and the sports ministry have been working hard. I believe they've been working hard to try to get a new coach on board, to try to get somebody. The sports minister has said that whoever the new coach is, he needs it to be somebody that his name alone can inspire Nigerians. His name alone can inspire Nigerians. And we have 4 names. How much they inspire Nigerians, I'll let you guys decide. Those 4 names that we've been hearing, we have Eric Chelle, we have Steve McClaren, we have Tom Saintfiet, and we have Herve Renard. 4 coaches. I'll talk a little bit more about each of them, but I'll first ask this question: when you guys hear those 4 names, do you feel inspired? Smith Layi, when you hear those 4 names, do you feel inspired?
In fact, the only name that I can hear here that can make me inspired is the name of Herve Renard. In fact, hearing name of Chelle, the former coach of Mali, make me depressed. Hearing name of Steve McClaren, in fact, make me lose interest in football. Hearing names like even Tom, with due respect to some Saintfiet former Gambia coach, it makes me sad that this is what we actually want, going for. It makes me sad.
Okay. I see somebody is saying Steve McClaren is a no African experience. Somebody's I want to say working hard to get the Gambian coach. Someone said this crying coach we don't want. So for people that might not be aware, Eric Chelle, I don't know how to pronounce his name, forgive me, Chelle, I'm not sure. But
Chelle.
Chelle is the former Mali coach. And if you don't know him, just remember when Mali, when they were pouring cold water on somebody's neck during the AFCON, and they had to cool his head down. That's the guy.
That's the guy.
I saw a post from Big Daff today. Shout out to Big Daff. Big Daff said, Omo, if ordinary Mali for AFCON, they need to cool this guy head. Once Nigeria starts with him like this, can he handle the hits?
He can't handle the heat though.
Because Nigerian fans or Nigerian media, once they start to come for you like this, Omo, it will need a whole ice bath. It's very interesting. But just to talk about some of these names a little bit. So Herve Renard, I mean, we've spoken about him on the podcast a number of times already. 2-time AFCON winner. He's currently the coach of France women's team and is going to the Olympics. For Tom Saintfiet, we have him. He's a Belgian. He is the current coach of the Philippines. So I don't know. Take that for what you want. But he coached Gambia rather from 2018 until 2024. If you look at his record, he has been coaching for a long time, and the one trophy that he has won is the Kagame Interclub Cup in 2012. The Kagame Interclub Cup. He won it with Yanga of Tanzania. So that's his record, Kagame Interclub Cup. We have Steve McClaren. Steve McClaren, of course, he's English. He's the former England coach. He has been inactive as a head coach since 2019, but he is a current assistant coach under Erik ten Hag at Manchester United. So experienced coach, no African experience, currently as an assistant. He has won the League Cup in 2004, and then he has also won the Eredivisie in 2010 with, I believe it was FC20. So at least McClaren has won some competitions that we know in his own career. And then we have Eric Chelle, who we spoke about, was the coach of Mali at the just concluded or the 2024 AFCON. I mean, he also was a professional footballer, played as a center back in his day. When you look at his managerial career, if I start calling the clubs that he has managed now, I'm not sure if he will know any of those any of those clubs before he managed Mali. As far as career honors, he has none to boast of.
Mhm,
So I don't know, man. I don't know. Before he got the Mali job, the last
mhm,
club he was coaching, they
mhm,
sacked him because he was on a very poor run of form. So again,
mhm,
when we hear these names, I don't know how much they inspire Nigerians,
mhm,
but that's all we see, Amomo. Those are the current options that we have. This
mhm,
Herve Renard, he's the only one that seems to be exciting people. But then, can we afford to pay him? Is Herve
mhm,
Renard is Herve Renard willing to come and take a job that he might be owed salary for 6, 7, even 10 months at a time?
mhm,
I don't know. I don't know.
mhm.
But yeah, Smith, like, what do you just have to say about this whole merry-go-round that we are on with this coaching thing?
Let me just talk about Chile, the former Mali coach. I've been hearing conversations that it's a good candidate. He's been backed by the one former NFF president, which are not name withheld. He's been backed by that person that he beats Africa 2-0. Say make we go for him. Say it dismantles Africa. So are we going for a coach because he beats Africa? What about Madagascar? We know if he beat for World Cup qualifier. So I know sometimes it makes me sad that this is actually what we actually is what we are just going for. For me, his record as a coach does not speak well. I think one of his best games as a coach he was when he played against Finidi George, and and he outcoached Finidi George from first half to second half. At least he's better than Finidi George. So for me, I don't know how they want to actually do it. He said he said how much it's going to take. He's a low budget coach. And so advantage is that he's going to start the job immediately.
Hmm.
And he's going to actually he's going to live in Nigeria. He's going to bring his people. He's going to, they're very cheap. Like they don't have, in fact, they don't even care. They can hold them salary. So, and for Tom Saintfiet, it's a journeyman. He has been, in fact, that man self, be like say, I don't know, now Africa. I remember him from the days of Stephen Kechi. He was the coach of Malawi then, or was it Malawi? So he has been coach of Zimbabwe, Togo, everywhere. In fact,
He's a
all
journeyman in Africa.
he's a journeyman. All the hooks and crans of Africa, he has been there. So, and his lifetime achievement, lifetime goal is to coach Super Eagles of Nigeria. Everybody just likes the Super Eagles to be like a testing ground.
Hmm.
So that's what he actually wanted. A player have been coach have been paying 5K for all this. It's a journeyman. What do you expect? We are coaching teams like Togo or clubs in Africa. They will pay you that amount. So
Hmm.
he's the current coach of Philippines, and he said he's going to resign from that job and take the Super Eagles. That one, those people too, they will carry and go FIFA because it'll be easy. So it's just there, and the person, Steve McClaren, for me, is a no-no because he doesn't have any experience about African football. He's also another coach that is I call him a privileged coach because he's just a coach because of what people really know about him. I don't think I said himself already. I think remember I think he won the League Cup in 2004. Maybe he was a coach. Maybe Yakuba Ibn himself was his player then. I don't know.
Yeah,
So
I think so.
maybe because I think it was with Middlesbrough. Maybe Yakuba Ibn was his player then. That is a long time ago. That's a long time ago.
Hey, he won the Eredivisie in 2010 though.
Eh,
With
in 2010, how many years ago? 14. 14 years ago. 14 years ago. Like we're talking about no, 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 no. That's too much. And for him not to get a job, even championship job in England, he was coach of KPR. We know what he did with KPR. He was
yeah.
poor managing KPR. So, in my own opinion, I think the NFF already have a coach that they want to
Mm.
give the job. So, anyone they do now, I don't really care anymore because
Mm.
small time now they will come out with the list of shortlist of players with maybe you just say Jurgen Klopp. You will hear Jurgen Klopp. You will hear which coach again? Gareth Southgate. They will now add Chile there as people they nominated. And when they now do the interview, it's going to be Chile that will now win, that will now pass the interview. The NFF the way they normally do. So, in my own opinion, I think they have a coach they want to actually take, but time is going because we have a very crucial, AFCON qualifier in September, which I think, if we if we lose that, it's another problem for Nigeria.
Hmm. I mean, you've said a lot. Let me just see what audience people are saying as well. Wiki Tare says Eric Chelle has a very strong pressing tactic. Hmm. Abdul Samad Kabir says, let's try Coach Yusuf. I reserve my comment on that one. Muyi King says they will likely go for McClaren. Hmm.
Mhm.
Um, let me see what else. Bright Phobie says, why are we recycling? Um, Wikitare says, meaning at this rate, Philip Trozier won't have had a chance with Nigeria. So I
Mhm.
think he's saying the way we're talking down this coach is that Trozier would not have had a chance with Nigeria. Daniel says we can pay him 5 million naira monthly. Coaching Super Eagles is like getting American visa to these coaches. talking about Derek Kelly. Um, so some funny, interesting comments there. If you'd like to call in and share your thoughts, if you'd like to join the show, the link has now been posted across platforms. Just make sure you have a good mic. Make sure you have a camera. Make sure you are well dressed, and we will bring you on in a bit. But the link has been posted on all platforms now. So if you'd like to call in and join the program, just get ready. We are going to round up in about 19 minutes. Um, okay, we still have some more comments. Somebody says Herve Renard is going to the USA. I don't know. Um, somebody says Roke says Thompson Fiat is not bad too. Hmm. Elite 89 says, but if I have a choice to pick, I will always prefer the present Angola coach. He is a good low budget tactical coach. I believe the Angolan coach is Pedro Goncalves.
Mhm.
I think that's the current Angolan coach. So he's saying he's a
Yeah.
good low budget tactical coach.
Mhm.
John Jones says Renard is too expensive. Chika is saying there's one South African coach, CC or something. I think Nigerians should have gone for him, or better still, Jose Pesero. I think maybe you're talking about Pizzo Musimane.
Mhm.
I mean, Musimane was one of the names that was being mentioned earlier, long time ago, but it seems to have dwindled in terms of the rumors and the reports. John Jones says Chelsea's Mali was not that bad. He did well with Mali. Just pick a coach so that we can start preparing for AFCON qualifiers. So he's saying Chelsea is not that bad. Just try to employ somebody. let's let's get him moving. Adegbola Temitope says, for me, I'm not interested with all these names. If I have my way, I will give Emmanuel Amunike the job. Okay. Um, Enameka says the NFF would find it difficult to maintain Renard's salary. It's better to hire Pesero, but they would hire Steve. Okay. Um, Henry says, why is NFF not bold enough to pick a coach and back him publicly? I mean, the last coach they backed publicly. you see how it went because I mean they backed Finidi up now. They backed him
Mhm.
publicly.
Mhm.
Everything. Um, let me see. Monsieur Ogubade says, which one is well dressed? Are we auditioning for a role with Iti Law? Um, okay. Ken says, I will likely add Sebastian Dabari. He's the new Herve Renard. Okay, lots of interesting comments, lot of interesting names that are coming to the conversation. Smedai, I'll ask you this question. What do you have to say to someone that says, hey, why don't we go with Salisu Yusuf? Why don't we go with Emmanuel Amunike? Why don't we go with Samson Siasia? What do you have to say to those people?
I think first, as I see Yusuf should not even be mentioned. His last job as an NFF and MPFL coach, he coached Kano Pillars to relegation. Kano Pillars that's not relegated in there, God knows
Hmm.
when. So for me, that person I think he's just joking. We're not joking here. Salisu Yusuf, in fact, should not near any national team again. For Amuneke, see, today, Gary Southgate left his job.
Hmm.
Gary Neville did not say he wants to come and coach England, though. So if People that are talking about coaching, I want to coach England, maybe out of job 1 year or currently still in job. That is what we should be talking about. If Amuneke wants to be the coach of Nigeria now, Amuneke should get a job and prove himself. It's not been working. So why can't Gary Neville or Alan Shearer say they want to go and coach England? But they have coached Valencia now. Gary Neville coached Valencia before now. Why can't he come and say he wants to go and coach England? So we should not be selfish with this thing. Please. Because it's Nigeria, doesn't mean we should spoil everything. Let's speak the most qualified candidate. Siasia is banned. If Siasia go and send the application, they will increase his ban. You better stay there. His ban will expire in August. And even NFF can even implicate him. So he's not even in the running. And I'm hearing rumors that he might be the next coach of the under 20.
You know, I will say, for me, I've said this in the past. People said, "Oh, it's a bit disrespectful to make a comment like that. You shouldn't say this. You shouldn't say that." Emmanuel Amunike, I like him as a man. All due respect to him, but I can never, in good faith, I can never be in support of a coach that just feels like, yeah, it doesn't matter if I'm working or not. Let me just stay at home. Let me just wait for when Super Eagles is desperate and looking for somebody, and then I can come and coach them. And that's one of the reasons why, even though Finidi George did not work out for the Super Eagles, I give him credits. I give him, he has some of my respect, because yes, okay, he had to leave the Super Eagles job, but what did he do? He immediately went and got another job somewhere. He didn't say, okay, because Super Eagles sacked me, I'm going to sit down at home, and maybe in another 5 years, when Super Eagles are desperate, I'll come and say I'm going to take the job again. So I would disagree with people that are asking for someone like Amunike. I also think that we shouldn't just give the job to somebody for giving sake. We should try to hire somebody that we actually believe can take us forward. Because while you might say, oh, we need a coach, we need to get somebody right, I think it can even potentially do more damage for us if maybe we hire another coach now. He plays 2 matches in September. The next thing, they're letting him go again and they're bringing somebody else. These players need a little bit of stability. All this chopping and changing is making things difficult for us.